Today is Friday, May 30th, and welcome to episode 10 of Knits and Stuff. My name is Elisha, also known as Eliana Knits on Ravelry, and today I'll be talking about events and alongs, finished objects, works in progress, pretty things, local delights, and wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. So before we get started, welcome to those of you that are new, and thanks to those of you that are returning. If you haven't found it already, there is a group on Ravelry called the Knits and Stuff Podcast, and I'll put a link in the show notes, which will be at knitsandstuff.wordpress.com. So let's get started. So events and alongs, some of the same ones that I talked about last time. Month of Socks is almost over. And that is with the Mustache Podcast ladies, and that's over on at the end of May. And I finished one pair of socks, so I can have one entry in their works in progress finished objects thread. And then Operation Sock Drawer is still going on infinitely, and that's with the Knitmore Girls podcast. Jasmine and Gigi have the Operation Sock Drawer hashtag on Instagram going, and you can just tag your pictures with Operation Sock Drawer for any socks that you knit. And then Stash just started, and I haven't made my post yet on the Knit Girls website or forum in Ravelry, but the goal is to knit up or use 5,000 meters, 5,000 meters of yarn from May 23rd to August 7th. So, and you can count works in progress that you started before May 23rd as long as you finish them after May 23rd and before the 7th of August. So I have to get started on that. And also coming up is Tour de Fleece. And that starts in July on July 5th and goes until the 27th. So I think what I'm going to try to do for the Tour de Fleece this year is maybe spin for a sweater. We'll see how that goes. I bought a fleece last year at the Monterey Wool Auction, and I got it processed and it is ready to be spun up. So I might also try and do the spackle spin along knit along with the Knitmore girls and spin for a sweater or a cardigan, probably sweater. So yeah, that's all of the events and alongs, which means I have finished objects this time. I finished my Toe Up Socks with a Difference by Wendy D. Johnson, and I knit I knit it out of Western Sky Knits Aspen sock with nylon in the colorway Ollie, and I knit these on US Zeros. They're on Corgi soft blockers. And I used US Zeros 2.0 millimeters toe up socks, and then I did Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off for the cuffs, and there's about maybe 6 inches that I knit to for the cuffs, and then a 1 inch rib past that. So yeah, I like them and they fit, and so I just need to weave in the ends and then give them a wash, and then I can wear them. It's exciting. So yeah, that's my finished object, just that one. And then works in progress. So staying with the, oh, also before I do that, the socks, I have about this much yarn left, so there's still quite a bit. I thought I had knit like half of it for some reason. I must have measured the total weight wrong, because I think each sock took about 40 to 50 grams of yarn. So yeah, I have a lot left. Maybe I'll make a baby hat or something out of it. But yeah, so works in progress. I'm working on another sock, which I showed last time. It's the vanilla sock, the Knitmore Girls vanilla sock by Jasmine, and I'm knitting these on US 1s, 2.25 millimeters, which I think is the size that I prefer for socks. And the yarn is Intrepid Otter's stripes in Garden Walk colorway, and so I cast on 60 stitches instead of 56, which I think is what her pattern said, which I probably mentioned last time too. And I'm just at the point where I'm gonna want to start the heel, but I haven't decided what heel I want to do yet. So once I do that, then I can get started. But I love the stripes, and I'm sorry if my nails are really bright. They look like they're almost burning up the camera. But yeah, that's works in progress for my knitting, and that's coming along. I just have the one, and I've transferred this over to my needle runs through it bag with the L's. So that's that. And then I'm also working on some spinning, which I have to go grab. BRB. Okay, so I grabbed the spinning that I'm working on. So I finished the first half of the Kaleidoscope Microbatts from Unwind Yarn Company, and that's what it looks like on the bobbin. Also very bright right now. So that's the first colorway that I had 2 little bumps of. And then I am working on the other color of the 2 bumps that was in there, and on the drop spindle. So this is almost done with this first bump, and then I have one more, and I think this is going to be less. Sorry for the plastic crinkly. This is the other one. So I think this is going to be less than what this colorway is. So I'll probably have some leftover of this to maybe like ply on itself. But I'm going to apply this mostly reddish and white color with the other one, the more colorful orange and purple. So yeah, that's that. And I think I'll end up with maybe like a worsted when I apply them together. So yeah, and that's been fun working on this one. Haven't been using my wheel yet, not since the last time I talked about my spinning on the wheel. So I've just been drop spindling, and I think that's all I've been working on the past 2 weeks. Not too much. Things have been kind of busy, which I'll talk about a little later. But before then, I have new pretty things. It's not stash acquisition, but it is a pretty acquisition. For my birthday, Will got me, I guess I should hold up the case too, some signature needles. This came in a case, which I don't know if you guys have heard about. I don't know why I'm showing you this, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if you guys have heard about these signature needles. I've been hearing amazing things about them, but I haven't tried them yet. So I'm really excited. I bought, or Will bought me, the size 1, 2.25 millimeters, so I can knit more socks. And they have the stiletto tips, and there's the 6-inch length. So if you haven't heard about these, they're like luxury knitting needles, you could say. You can customize the length and the tip style. They have stiletto tips and they have blunt tips. They have DPNs, they have circular needles, and they have straight needles. And I think they now have, or they also have what they call interchangeable needles, where you can change the cord length with whatever size you get. So, and they have, for each size, they come in a different color. And then they also have a little bit of texture on the needle, so your work doesn't slip around too much. So I'm excited to use these. I think I said I was probably going to cast something on as soon as I got them, but I was trying to finish my other socks first, so but you'll probably see something next time with these needles. I'm excited. But yeah, that's the pretty things for this week. And they came in a little case. I don't think he bought this. I think you can buy one or get an extra one if you buy more than one set, but this one I think they sent for free with the needles, so yeah, it's nice. So now I can store them without like poking my finger every time because they're pretty sharp. So that's pretty things, and now on to local delights. So I've been pretty busy with other things outside of knitting, and I wanted to bring my knitting with me camping last weekend, but I didn't because I was at, I think I was at the heel turn in the sock, so I needed the pattern in front of me and I didn't want to get confused. And then the same thing with the other sock that I'm still working on. I need to figure out what heel I want to use, so I couldn't bring that. And then I haven't been working on my cardigan and I couldn't bring that with me, so I didn't bring any knitting with me camping. But we went to Big Sur, which is in, I guess you could say, Central California on the coast. It's about an hour south of Monterey, where the Monterey Bay Aquarium is and the Monterey Wool Auction is. And I think the very north part of Big Sur is probably a little bit closer to Monterey, but where we stayed at was maybe like an hour to an hour and a half south of Monterey. And we were going to stay at Kirk Creek, but which is part of Big Sur, but we ended up, they didn't have any more campsites available, so we ended up staying at Plaskett Campground, which was a little bit, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes south of Kirk Creek. So yeah, it was really nice when we were driving down. It was clear and sunny. In Monterey it was so foggy. and then we drove down and along the coast, because you're driving along Highway 1 and it's so pretty because you see the coastline. You're pretty much on a cliff, which is kind of scary. And you can see the waves and all these rocks, and so we stayed for one night, and our friends were there for 3 nights, I think, because they went there early Friday and then stayed through Sunday. So but we just stayed Saturday night, and we went on a short hike to the coast, or the cliffs out above the coast, and took some pictures. And I didn't bring my camera with me either, so I didn't take nice pictures, and I didn't have my phone when we went on a hike, so I didn't take those pictures either. But one of my friends had his camera with him, and he took some nice pictures, so maybe I'll post some of those at the end of this. Yeah, and then we had campfire food, which is, I don't know why it tastes so much better than regular food, but one of my friends brought fish and vegetables and potatoes, put them all in a foil packet, and then threw it on the fire. And so we had that for dinner, and then we made banana boats for dessert, which are amazing. If you haven't had them, you should try them. You take a banana and you slice it down the middle, long ways, and then you stuff it with marshmallows and chocolate and whatever else you want to stuff it with, and then wrap it in foil, and then toss it in the fire for however long it takes the chocolate to melt, and then you pull it out and you eat it, and it's so good. Oh my gosh. If you've ever had like fried bananas, or there's a dessert called turon, it's a Filipino dessert that's like banana and jackfruit and brown sugar wrapped in like a lumpia or egg roll skin that's fried, and it kind of reminded me, the banana boats reminded me of that, I think, just because it's like cooked banana. But if we use those bananas and then put jackfruit and sugar, oh, it would have been so good next time. So yeah, so we stayed for one night. We have a new tent that Will just bought, so we got to use that, and And then in the morning we had breakfast. We just hung out at the campsite for a little bit, and then we drove back up through Santa Cruz and stopped there for, we went to the Patagonia outlet there and bought some stuff because they were having a Memorial Day sale, and it was 40% off everything. So yeah, we bought a little bit and then had lunch in downtown Santa Cruz, and then we went to a coffee shop called the Abbey, which was really good. I posted a picture of their coffee on Instagram. And yeah, and then we head back here, and yeah, that was pretty much what we did last weekend. So if you're looking for a place to go camping, Big Sur is pretty nice. They have tons of campsites along the coast and throughout the park. So yeah, even though we didn't find one at Kirk Creek, we could have driven anywhere else and eventually found one. So in fact, the first night they ended up staying just off the road somewhere, which they weren't directly off of Highway 1, but they were off of a road off of Highway 1. So yeah, you can camp anywhere. Although be aware of poison oak because there was a lot there. Yeah, so that is Local Delights, Big Sur, California, along the coast, central-ish area. You should check it out. Really nice, even just for a day trip too, to go for a hike somewhere. It can be a long drive though, I guess, driving along the coast, but it's actually not too far from here, so it's nice. Okay, so now it's time for Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey. Did you guys hear they announced Doctor Who is going to start up again in August? Yay! They didn't say what date, they just said August, and then there was a short preview trailer of the new series, which was just Peter Capaldi there. So but yes, I'm excited. It's gonna start up soon in a few months. Can't believe it's already almost June. I don't know what happened to the time, but yay, Doctor Who will be coming back. And speaking of Doctor Who, I have been watching Broadchurch, which is another BBC, well, it's on ITV/BBC America, so I guess that's still considered a BBC show. I don't know how cable works over there. But it's well, the reason it's related to Doctor Who is because it stars David Tennant and oh shoot, why can't I remember his name? I keep wanting to say Andrew Garfield, but that's Spider-Man. What is his, oh my gosh, this is horrible. It stars, or one of the supporting characters is the guy that played Rory, Arthur Darvill. There we go. That's not an Andrew. So Arthur Darvill is in it. David Tennant is one of the main characters, and I watched the whole season. There's only one season, 8 episodes, and they're about 40 minutes long without commercials. So I watched the entire season in the past 3 days on Wednesday and today. Yeah, I finished it today. I don't recommend watching all of the episodes at once because it's really sad. But it's a really good show, so if you haven't seen it and you like, it's a murder mystery, I guess. It centers around the death of an 11-year-old boy, which is already sad enough as it is, and in a small town, and David Tennant plays the lead detective, and so the whole season is trying to figure out who committed the crime. So yeah, definitely watch it, or if you like those kind of shows, don't watch it all in one sitting because you'll be really, really sad afterwards. But it's really good, so if you can spread it out, do that instead. Yeah, so that's Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey. I know that's not completely Doctor Who related, but it's close. It has David Tennant in it, and we'll always want to see more David Tennant. So yeah, I think that's all I have for these 2 past weeks. Hopefully I'll have more next time when I have spent more time knitting and spinning, and now that it's Stash Dash and Tour de Fleece is coming up, I should have more stuff to show. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Show notes again are at knitsandstuff.wordpress.com. I'm Eliana Knits on Ravelry and Unperfect529 on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, etc. And yeah, thanks for watching. Come and say hi in the group, which I know is not that active because I have not been as active in it either, but that's perfectly fine. I mean, sometimes I just join groups just because I watch the podcast, but I'm not always that active in the groups either, so yeah, no pressure. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye!